Adam Silver has caused quite a stir in WNBA world because he just went on the Today Show and he was talking about the WNBA CBA. And here's what he had to say. He said, "I think share isn't the right way to look at it because there's so much more revenue in."
The WNBA has hit a breaking point. Commissioner Kathy Angelberg and NBA Commissioner Adam Silver are reportedly clashing behind the scenes. Players are frustrated, team owners are getting nervous, and the league's future suddenly seems tied to one person, Caitlin Clark. And yes, it's a strange twist. The same player who boosted the league's popularity may now be at the center of a crisis that could pull it apart. So the real question is, who's actually losing control? The tension between Angelberg and Silver isn't new, but this time, their disagreements have spilled into the public eye and the situation is escalating fast.
In this cycle of collective bargaining, and they deserve it. So what he's talking about here is the revenue share that the players have been fighting for. So essentially what the players have said in these negotiations is that they want to be paid more when it comes to their salary, but they also want a higher percentage of the revenue split because currently they are only getting 9% of that revenue split. But we have went over it a million times, you guys. The structure of the WNBA, the finances in the WNBA, and the structure of the finances in the
And the center of all this? Caitlin Clark. Yes, the same player who boosted TV ratings, filled arenas, and kept the WNBA trending nonstop has now, without meaning to, become the spark that set off a major power fight between league leadership and the players' union. Here's what's really happening. The WNBA is currently deep in negotiations for a new collective bargaining agreement, or CBA. This is where players and league executives argue over salaries, bonuses, revenue sharing, and overall financial structure. In short, it's a battle over who gets what slice of the money. Then Adam Silver went on national television, specifically the Today Show, and made a comment that shocked everyone. He said, "I don't think revenue share is the right way to look at it because the NBA brings in so much more. The players will earn more in this cycle, and they deserve to." That statement lit the fuse.
The NBA, as you know, they're calling for players in the WNBA are calling for more money. They 9%, I believe, accordingly. They get 9% of total revenue compared to roughly 50% of the revenue of NBA players. Should they be getting a larger share of the revenue in the WNBA?
Yes. I mean, I think share isn't the right way to look at it because there's so much more revenue in the NBA. I think you should look at it in absolute numbers in terms of what they're making, and they are going to get a big increase in this cycle of collective bargaining.
But not a bigger percentage of the revenue. In plain English, you'll see more money, but don't expect a seat at the grown-ups table. That's when Kathy Angelberg's real problems began. The moment Silver said that, the WNBPA, the players' union, exploded. They fired back with a sarcastic Instagram post tagging Adam Silver directly, saying, "Don't want to share, Adam Silver?" And yes, this came from the official union account. Not a burner, not a fan. The real WNBA Players Association basically went into full petty mode online. But things got even messier after that. A league spokesperson responded by accusing the union of twisting the truth. They claimed the WNBA had already offered an uncapped revenue-sharing system tied to league growth. In other words, "We gave you a fair deal. Maybe read it properly next time." Now Kathy Angelberg is stuck in the worst position possible. She has to calm down furious players without publicly clashing with Adam Silver, the man who oversees most of the league's funding. And here's the uncomfortable reality almost nobody talks about. The WNBA doesn't actually control its own business. The league only owns 42% of itself. The NBA owns 40%, and the remaining 18% belongs to outside investors who stepped in back in 2022 when the WNBA was desperately searching for money just to stay afloat.
Solution is. Now, in true WNBPA fashion, they decided to clap back on their Instagram account to Adam Silver's remarks. And they posted this. They said, "Don't want to share at Adam Silver." So they literally tagged Adam Silver, used a screenshot from this interview, and posted this in their Instagram story. You guys, I do not know what they think doing that will accomplish. You know how there's that meme where it's like 0 days of whatever? It's like 0 days of...
So, what did the players' union do next? In classic WNBPA style, they fired back on Instagram after Adam Silver's comments. They posted a screenshot from his interview and wrote, "Don't want to share, at Adam Silver." Yes, they actually tagged him. Yes, it was from their official account. And yes, they put it right on their Instagram story for everyone to see. Honestly, it's hard to tell what they thought this would achieve. It felt like one of those memes that say 0 days since the last incident, because the drama restarted instantly.
Was like, we call BS and we see you. It's like, I don't understand what posting this does besides stir up more drama. People are like, ooh, look at them. Look, it's like, no, we're acting like children. Should be acting like a professional organization. You have to work out these things at the negotiating table, not on social media. Like, this is so childish to me. And when I saw this, it just reminded me of how draining it is sometimes to cover this league, because it's like seriously?
This all leads to one big problem. Even if Angelberg wanted to give the players a 50-50 revenue split like the NBA, she can't. The league doesn't have the power to do that. And now the players are basically gearing up for a fight with the one person who's actually keeping the entire operation running, Adam Silver. This is why owners, investors, and sponsors are quietly freaking out. Because if the players refuse to play until they get a new deal, we could be facing something the WNBA has never experienced, a lockout. And the timing couldn't be worse. The CBA deadline hits on Halloween, and trust me, that date fits, because it's going to be scary for everyone involved. The WNBA players say they're fighting for fairness. They believe they're undervalued. What they want isn't just a salary increase. They want a larger share of the league's revenue. And on the surface, that seems totally reasonable. But here's the problem. The WNBA has never made a profit. Not once. Even with Caitlin Clark packing arenas, rewriting ratings records, and pulling the league back from the edge, the WNBA still operates at a loss. So think about it this way. You're losing money every year, and your employees are demanding a bigger percentage of those losses. That's the point Adam Silver is making, just using nicer, PR-safe language. And Kathy Angelberg is desperately trying not to say it out loud because she knows the internet would roast her instantly. The players, meanwhile, aren't interested in financial charts or budgets. They're pointing to Caitlin Clark and saying, "Look at the crowds. Look at the TV numbers. Look at the merch. We matter now. We've earned more." And here's the uncomfortable truth. They're not wrong. Without Caitlin Clark, this entire debate wouldn't even exist. She's the reason owners suddenly have leverage for a new media deal. She's the reason new sponsors came knocking. She's the reason attendance doubled and TV ratings shot up 400%. Every single stat the players are using to argue for more money is tied directly to Caitlin Clark's success. And that's what makes this whole situation both hilarious and sad. Adam Silver is basically telling Angelberg, "Congrats. Your players want a raise, and it's all because of the superstar you're relying on." The league became dependent on the Caitlin Clark effect, and now it's facing the consequences. And when she went down earlier this year, everything collapsed. Ratings dipped. Sports shows stopped talking about the league. ESPN's new WNBA talk show performed so poorly after her injury that they canceled it within weeks. Caitlin Clark's injury was a wake-up call for the league. The moment she went down, the excitement around the WNBA dropped instantly. Owners saw it, fans saw it, and you can bet Adam Silver saw it too. He's probably thinking, and this is exactly why we're not giving out a 50% revenue split. Take her out of the picture, and everything crashes. Meanwhile, the players are insisting the league is growing because of everyone, not just one person. But Silver is quietly pushing back. Really? Because we saw the numbers without her. That leaves Kathy Angelberg stuck in the worst place possible, caught between her players' expectations and Adam Silver's harsh reality check. Every statement from either side now sounds like damage control. The union accuses the league of stalling. The league accuses the players of twisting the facts. Fans are choosing sides. Sponsors are getting nervous. And the entire situation feels like a soap opera, only with fewer baskets and more boardroom drama. And through all of this, Caitlin Clark's name keeps resurfacing. Whether she wants it or not, she's become the center of every argument. She's the example players use when asking for more. She's the proof owners point to when negotiating new deals. She's the leverage behind every conversation. Even retired WNBA legends like Rebecca Lobo are admitting the truth. Years ago, the NBA could have easily pulled the plug on the WNBA. But now, the teams are worth too much, and that value is tied directly to one player's popularity. Everyone feels the pressure, but no one wants to openly admit it. The league's entire future is tied to Caitlin Clark, and that's a frightening position for any commissioner. Adam Silver knows it. Kathy Angelberg knows it. The players know it. And now they're all fighting over who gets credit and who gets paid because of it. The wild part? Even after all the momentum, the WNBA still loses money. Yes, the media deal jumped to about $260 million. But compared to the NBA's billions, that's tiny. The league's 9% revenue share sounds bad, but when there's no profit to share, it's almost meaningless. Try explaining that to the players' union. They're demanding transparency, implying the league is hiding money somewhere. One player even said, "The NBA is using us to profit." Reality check, the NBA is the one keeping the WNBA alive. Kathy Angelberg can't say that out loud, but it's true. If Adam Silver ever said, "We're done funding this," the league would fold by next summer. Yet here we are, the players threatening to walk out and the front office quietly panicking about what happens if they actually do. The WNBA's image of empowerment and growth is at risk. And if the 2025 season gets canceled, everyone in sports media will point to one moment, the start of the Caitlin Clark era. Not because she did anything wrong, but because her rise exposed how fragile the foundation really was. She raised expectations higher than the league was prepared to handle. So yes, the WNBA leadership is in full panic mode. Kathy Angelberg is trying to stay calm. Adam Silver is trying to keep things diplomatic. Players are firing off sarcastic posts like teenagers. And Caitlin Clark? She's probably in Iowa working on her jump shot, completely unaware that she's become the accidental spark in a battle between billionaires and union leaders. The chaos isn't slowing down, it's growing. Each day brings new reports of tension between Angelberg and Silver. It's no longer a disagreement, it's a power struggle. What started as a simple comment from Silver about revenue sharing has now turned into a full-blown crisis inside the WNBA. Here's the truth. Both Silver and Angelberg are right and both are wrong. Adam Silver knows the WNBA survives because the NBA backs it financially. He's not trying to be cold, he's being realistic. You can't promise a 50% revenue split when the league is operating on borrowed money. Kathy Angelberg, on the other hand, has to be the public face holding everything together. She can't admit how fragile the finances really are because one wrong sentence and sponsors run, fans lose trust, and the entire growth story falls apart.